Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Get Deep in the Mines, where we get deep in the mine underground, and we get deep in the mind. You know what I mean? So this is basically psychology craft right here. With me, I have a future president of the United States, greatest person to ever have lived, brilliant, better than you, better than your children, better than any children you'll ever have. I'd like to present AP Star Wars, aka Wheat Pete, aka Maximilian. Max, how's it going?
It's going great, Hunter. Thank you. Your sarcasm shines through.
No, not at all, not at all. He is better than. Look, if I had to choose between burning every Bible on planet Earth and deleting one AP Star Wars video, let me just say, it'd be difficult to find a Bible. It'd be difficult to find a Bible. Anyway, on that super deep note, let's get a little deep. You know what I'm saying? What's been on What's been on your mind? What's been on your mind, Max?
Well, there's been a lot of things on my mind. There's stuff like Jordan Peterson, like just now at least. Oh, I could tell you about this book I recently read.
Ah, you're a literary folk. I see. What's the what's the book you've been reading?
It's called The Subtle Art of. All right, hold on. Is this a kid-friendly show or?
I don't think there's any audience for this show, so feel free to say whatever you want.
All right.
I legitimately think that there's no audience, so feel free to say whatever you want.
I have to agree with you on that. All right, it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's about...
Oh. Subtle.
Subtle. Have you heard of it?
I haven't. That's the PD's new book?
It's about trying to tame horses, which I'm trying to do right now. Okay. It's about it's about not trying, kind of. It's the book, it tries to answer or how would I explain it?
I don't know how you'd explain it, because so far I don't understand the thing to explain.
Right.
What did you take away from the book? What did you take away from the book?
That we're all pieces of shit in our core, and
Oh wow, way to get real.
and really we grow by accepting that about ourselves, and I guess.
Well, that's an interesting train of thought. Do you think all humans are trash? I mean, taking you or me by example that would be an immediate yes. But do you think all humans are trash?
Well, that's a funny question.
Do you think by definition human beings are inherently selfish?
Selfish? No. I don't think human beings are inherently anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're inherently biological in the fact that they want to eat, have sex, and claim dominance over their respective properties.
You see, that's where you're wrong, Max, because I don't want to eat, have sex, or claim dominance. All I want to do is play Minecraft, and that is why this is the #1 show in America, because my unrelenting passion to give up all material things for this game.
But you see, in
that
Minecraft,
said, I do know what you
both
mean.
eat and assert dominance over the other players and creatures in your world.
Max, we cannot meta. We cannot make this show meta. Okay. Once this show gets meta, it's very difficult to. Sorry, I'm watering crops right now. Well, I don't know. Do you think? I don't know, because I know that Alexander Hamilton believed that all humans were garbage, and I know that Thomas Jefferson was like, "Oh no, human beings are pretty great. Human beings are pretty good." So what do you think, huh? Are human beings selfish and trash, or are they good?
Like I said, good and bad are arbitrary terms. I know that biologically they have behaviors, evolutionarily, and they also have cognitive abilities that change those behaviors. They have a whole lot of factors, in fact.
Come on. What do you
I
plant?
guess
What do you plant ender lily seeds on? Just ground?
in stone.
Oh, that's why they keep falling off. Okay, well, I'm not gonna fix that now. What were you saying before I cut you off? Sorry.
That I want to mention the book because I remember.
Yeah, talk about the book. Talk about the book.
I remember things in the book. Like, there's important things.
Yeah, important things.
Because I really shouldn't have said that it's about how we're all pieces of shit on the inside, because we're not really. The idea was, originally it started out with this author that was a story about an author that was a total deadbeat drunk who tried to be an author, and he actually wasn't successful for a long time until a publisher took interest in him, and then he became a very, very successful author. But he never stopped being a drunk deadbeat, good for nothing. And part of actually what made his writing so genuine, or what a lot of people got out of it, is because his writing was so genuine. He didn't hold anything back about himself. And what the book, I believe, a big theme of the book at least, was that in modern times, a lot of the time we're thought to, we're kind of told that it's a good idea to have a role model and to try to be better than try to be like best we can, try to be be healthy individuals, athletic, read more, lose weight, be prettier and stuff, be kinder and give back to the community, and to have role models. And the idea is like, it kind of, the book argues that, well, this, I'm quoting Jordan Peterson because that's what's freshest in my mind. When you look at that perfect role model, then you have to set aside all the negative things about your being to actually look at it. You have to take yourself out of your own being, out of your own self, and kind of look at yourself in that perspective of the perfect person to see what I want to be. And then when you do that, you forget about all the negative aspects of yourself. And when you forget about that, you can't really grow because those aspects are still part of you. You're still you're still stressed out high schoolers getting C's in all classes, playing Minecraft on a weekend at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's
Way
just the
to
fact.
take away the magic illusion of this prestigious show, Max. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But this isn't. It's totally not supposed. It's not supposed to be a disheartening at all. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look, we're all pieces of shit, but that's why. That's why we grow. We're also wonderful people. We
Huh.
I'm certain most of us, like, we wouldn't even think about. Um, for the most part, a lot of people are nice to their neighbors, nice to,
Mm-hmm.
um, rather, they all, like, go to school or have jobs, contribute to society for the most part. We have
Mm-hmm.
good parts of us, and we have
Mm.
bad parts. Um, and the book argues that we're currently focusing too much on the good parts and completely forgetting about what we lack.
Hmm.
And only when we remember what we lack can we move forward. I've been talking a lot.
No. It's actually a pretty brilliant train of thought. I actually. It's interesting because I've definitely been focusing more on my. How did you put it? We focus
Uh,
on the things we want to be and not the things we are. Is that what you're trying to say?
yes, the things we want to be, not the things we are.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true, and I know I'm absolutely guilty of that. And I think it's because it's difficult to come to terms with the fact that none of us are really like, oh man, I'm like the best version of me. Like this is like, goddamn, I'm the version of me I want to be. No improvement needed. And like, it's kind of difficult to admit that, you genuinely, that there's genuinely a part of you that you don't like, and you need to admit that to improve yourself. Although I don't know if that's even the premise of what you're saying, because I think what you're saying is understanding that you're not perfect is a very healthy thing, and
Yeah.
wanting to be better is an extremely healthy thing.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. That's the idea of the book, to not so much try to be better, but
Mhm.
what it talks about is to find out your values, the things you truly value, and
Yeah.
those are the things you should focus on and should strive towards, not the values that someone supposedly set for you, like you should exercise from time to time. Well, I mean, look, you call me ripped, but I guess I'm actually pretty scrawny.
Okay, for the viewer, okay, this is the audiobook portion of the podcast where I do a little active description. I want you to imagine the most ripped person you can think of. Okay, I'm talking Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Okay, I'm talking WWE Daddy Trump muscles. Okay, I'm talking biggins. I'm talking big squeezers. You know what I'm saying? Now take that guy in your head. I don't want you to toss him out the window because Max is jacked like no other man. In all seriousness, though, I think you're a somewhat muscular person. You're not Muscles McGee, but you're definitely not scrawny.
I suppose I chose the wrong analogy then. And I kind of lost my train of thought.
That's all right. The point of this show is not to make coherent sense.
I guess I kind of want some sort of argument to challenge this somehow, because I'm starting to forget some of the other points. Um, I could just go back to Jordan Peterson saying that what he was talking about was just he was talking about cleaning up your room. If you want to look at, if you want to get better, then start by cleaning up your room, because your room is a reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
If you clean it up, you create a better reflection of yourself, and you start to think and get a good idea of what you truly value. And that way, you can form your own identity, and that way you have goals, you have purpose in life. And that way you can accept the things that you're bad at so much, ideally. Horse, stop walking over this. I need
Where
to
are
put
you
fences.
right now?
I'm in my town. You can come by if you like.
I'm gonna come by. I'm gonna take a trek. I think it's a good analogy, and I think checking in on yourself and working on self-improvement in a way where you don't. This is interesting because, you know, a lot of young people, young adults especially, struggle with, you know, not liking themselves, or in some cases even like hating themselves. And I think there's a balance between not being satisfied with the person you are now, but not disliking, you know, the essence of who you are for not being, you know, perfect, or for not immediately being the person you want to be. You know, you need to be somewhat dissatisfied with your state in order to improve.
Yes, I think that's what more of it was about. Not about like.
Yeah, and I think there's two things. There are people who like, they hate the way they are, and so it becomes a feedback loop of self-pity, so they become worse people, so they don't, not worse people, but, you know, like, if I think, oh man, I don't have a very good body, I'll never be as ripped as Max, then I'm gonna stop trying. I'm gonna stop trying, and I'm gonna start going to 7-Eleven at 2 a.m. to get potato chips. And then that'll make me even less in shape. And so then I'm going to be like, oh, there's definitely no reason to ever try to get as muscular as Max over here. Oh, dang. Look at those big muscles underneath that bronze armor.
Hunter, what the...
Look, okay, we already established that the show is no longer for kids. Okay, this is NSF.
Yeah.
This is not for any viewers. This just got demonetized. As if it could have been monetized at all. Me and my three views over here. Okay. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying. When you're dissatisfied with yourself, it's easy to fall into two things. One, you just say, "Oh, well, there's no point in improving because this is just the way I am and I'm terrible," and you feel bad about yourself. Or you say, "Well, actually, I don't," you almost like, you do a 180. You're like, I don't care about those traits, and I'm going to define myself based off of the thing I was before. Which isn't good. It's like a defense mechanism to not feel bad about not being the improved version of yourself. When really the best solution is just to, you know, work on improving yourself in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And I know I've definitely had the defense mechanism where it's like, oh well, you know, I don't even care about getting in shape, so I'm just gonna define myself as somebody who doesn't care about those kind of things.
I've done that too.
And then of course, you know, I looked at you again and I realized, god damn, I need to get in shape. Just kidding. I actually to be
honest, I go to Safeway at like 2 in the morning, 11 o'clock at night.
Very nice.
So, guys, stop going into here. I closed it off so you wouldn't kill yourselves. I need to get some wood.
Anyway, yeah. Thanks for sharing that. What you've been reading recently.
No problem.
Let's move off of Jordan Peterson before I get copyright striked.
Jesus Christ, sorry about that.
No, of course not. That's a joke. What do you think Jordan Peterson, one, watches Minecraft videos, and two, would be like, oh, well, you just can't be stealing my content, you know why? You see, copyright is an important value of Western society. Yeah, it's vital. That's my Peterson impression.
You need more Kermit the Frog in there.
Can you do it? Then you do it.
No, but I can.
Can you do a Kermit?
No, but I can try. Something.
That's when they'll find it. I can't.
Why are there so many?
Oh wow, that was a really good Jordan Peterson impression.
Yeah. Nah.
Alrighty. Let's move on to. This is a pretty nice town. This is a pretty top-notch town. I like your ender lilies. I'm gonna move on to. Let's explore a different topic.
Okay.
What else has been on your mind, huh?
Why do you always bring this to me?
Well, because I'm not gonna talk about myself for a half hour. I already.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. That's the magic of having guests on the show. You never know what they're gonna bring to the table.
Oh yeah, good point.
Some people call me the Jimmy Fallon of bad Minecraft videos.
Of bad Minecraft videos.
Yeah. When in fact, Jimmy Fallon is the Jimmy Fallon of bad host shows.
Well, that's edgy.
Oh, got him. He's trying his best. Kudos to him. He's doing it. Actually, he's... Look, hey, Jimmy Fallon...
I haven't seen the Jimmy Fallon show.
Jimmy Fallon, if you're listening, we appreciate you. We love you. And, God bless you. But, come on. It's no... God, I can't think of a single good talk show right now. I haven't listened to talk shows in a while.
I was,
Well, gee golly. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna remark upon that I don't watch many shows, and I kind of want to.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna bounce a couple ideas off of you.
Okay.
One thing that I've been thinking about a lot recently is people's beliefs when it comes to religious ideas, and I wonder what your thoughts are on experiencing that. Do you consider yourself religious in any way?
I wonder if, I think I talked to someone about this before. I'm a lot more philosophical than religious. And if I had to choose a religion, I guess I don't really know enough about all of them. But
well, my question to you is, do you believe in a creator?
Well, the clear answer is I don't know. But
yeah,
I'd say probably not. I don't put much stock into a creator, but I do put much stock into a god. If you think about it, us humans can only do so much. Sometimes we just get pushed against the wall and feel like we've got nothing to go off of, no way to go on. And it's those times we can reach out to God or whatever you pray to for help. And that's the sort of God I believe in. The spiritual one, the one of the self and
Hmm.
The one that we believe in, even though we have no proof to believe in, simply because it gives us the fortitude to live another day.
Hmm. So do you believe in a higher power then?
I don't believe so, no. I mean, no, I don't. Until I have some sort of knowledge of possibility.
Hmm. So then, what were you talking about with the whole the thing greater than us that allows us to keep going or whatever?
Well,
Is that just referencing a greater purpose in our lives?
no. It's not so much about, well, I guess there's a difference between thinking and believing. It's weird. I'm not the best person to talk to about religion because I don't think about it at all.
Huh.
What I do notice is, like, recently it's been a lot more common for people to move away from religion. Like quite a few years ago, it would be almost unheard of if you weren't part of a religion. But now it's a lot more common.
Yeah.
I think that's because with the advancements in society and technology, we don't need the need to rely on some greater power has been diminished greatly. So if we were to go out into the wilderness, say, or and try to live off the land, or to go out on a battlefield, or to go into some sort of other culture, we might feel the need, for an extended period of time, we might feel the need to believe in a greater power to get through the day. I'm not so sure because I've never done this before. But I think it's the act of believing in a greater power that makes a difference, not the actual proof of the power being there.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah,
That's why I
understand
say I'm spiritual, but I don't actually think there's a greater power. I just believe it from time to time.
That's interesting. So, you think it's still possible to feel like there is a greater power when you need to have that feeling, and still you think it's still possible to feel that genuinely, even though you can think that it isn't it isn't possible?
I don't think so, honestly. I mean,
Well, has I don't know. Have you ever had faith before in your life? Have you ever, at any point in your life, believed in a greater power, or God, or anything a little bit more than spiritual?
I can't say or know that for sure. I don't think so, but I've never believed in anything that I haven't really had proof for in my life. So that's why I kind of I don't really have much of a... What I'm saying really shouldn't be taken with much authority, I don't think, at all. Because, I'm just... for the most part, this behavior is just philosophical and spiritual. It's not a true belief. Since I only believe in God when it's beneficial to me.
Yeah, when it. No, yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. Well, that said, I personally I remember I remember growing up and believing in God, and then after a while, there never was a moment where it stopped being like a real existent thing for me. But I it's the only reason it's been on my mind is because actually pretty recently I went to someone invited me, a close friend of mine, to go to the church, pretty much like a church sermon. There's like a university church service, kind of. So he invited me to go. It was like a couple hours. And it was really bizarre because it was really positive and just a great community of people. And I've just got so much joy from how it was a genuinely wonderful experience. I went there and I kind of realized, like, this is kind of why religion has worked for, like, the last few thousand years. Because it's really just... It's just the purest kind of community. It's just, it's very genuine and very open. And it's people united by a very... You know, you can say what you want about religion, but most people who believe in religion have a very positive worldview, a very positive outlook on the world, and so it's people united by a very positive, altruistic outlook. So,
yeah,
really
no,
wonderful.
I think that's the main point of it.
Yeah,
It's not so much the it's about community and believing in something, not necessarily because you have proof to believe in it, but because it would better it would it would be better for yourself. It will be beneficial for yourself and others around you.
yeah,
Kind of like the idea of, like, if everyone just stopped screwing with each other and worked together, then we'd be in a better place. But of course, once people start working together, then it's easy to screw them over. Then religion says, well, you've got all the reason to screw them over, then you'll be in a much more advantageous position. But Jesus, believe in Him. And don't worry about hating thy neighbor. Just be cool, man. Essentially.
No, I'm laughing because it's very casual, but that is true. It's really weird, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's not much of a place for religion in a lot of modern society, and that's why I think of a lot of religious people feel alienated, and so it becomes a little polarizing. But this was a moment where I kind of realized, like, hey, like, these people, they have a different belief than me, but there's not that much difference, and it's just so genuinely positive and welcoming. Like, it was really crazy because I talked to people there, and some people were Catholic, some people were Christian. It was really strange because it was a university, like, church meetup, so there were people there from very different religious affiliations, but they were all united by I don't know. It's a wonderful outlook. I don't know. I felt really happy being around everybody. And then, of course, there'd be moments where I realized, like, oh, I started to feel really guilty because I'm like, I feel like I'm intruding on this community without them realizing it. Like, it was strange because there was a part where people were singing church songs, and I sang along, and, you know, we were singing about the Lord, and I was singing along because, you know, at first it was awkward because I felt like there was a divide, but over time I realized there was really no divide between me and these people. So I was singing along, I was singing church songs with everybody, I was singing about the Lord, and then I kind of realized, like, the happiness in this is real to me, but the meaning behind this means less to me than it means to these people, and so I feel less genuine.
Because you don't really believe in it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's it felt strange. I felt loved, but at the same time I was worried. Like, what if somebody knew I was singing this song, and it didn't have the same meaning to me? Um. So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? It's so difficult to carry on all these butterflies. I'm just gonna dump them all in a chest.
You know, that's that's exactly the feeling I was having talking about religion, because
You
I
really,
want to believe in it and say that, like, I completely understand how the basis of religion, and in fact I want to say that I kind of engage and believe in it myself, but in reality I feel like I'm invading on it because I don't engage in religion at all.
yeah. It's weird because I at a certain point like was like I I want to let myself go and really like it was during a sermon and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna completely let myself go. And if I walk away from this believing in something, that's okay. I'm not gonna resist anything. I completely let myself go, and I still came out. It was weird because I'm like, is it possible for me to choose to believe in something? I don't think we choose our beliefs at all. Because I can't imagine deciding to believe in God. And then I'm sure it's the same for somebody who believes in God to decide that it's not probable. And so I don't know, the difference in belief suddenly made sense to me, but the fact that they're so similar in terms of the way that we interact with them, I don't know. But I can definitely relate to feeling like it's a sensitive topic and feeling like you're invading.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's really interesting. It's good to talk about it because it's a sensitive thing. Because for a lot of people, it's so close to their hearts. And to say that you don't share that with somebody, it feels like you're almost robbing them of a connection.
Yeah.
Or and I'm sure to some of them it might also feel the same way, and you don't want somebody to feel like you're stealing something from them.
In fact, that's kind of how a lot of religious conflicts have happened. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
say?
exactly. I definitely agree. Moving away from that a little bit, because I know that it's a touchier subject. You're a pretty logical thinker.
Yeah.
You're somebody who, I think it's fair to say somebody who defines themselves based off of, I need to approach this in a logical sense.
Definitely.
Is there anything? This is a two-part question. One, can you think of anything that you think you might think that's a little illogical? Not anything big, just something maybe on a smaller level that you casually think, and you might know that it's illogical, but you continue to think it. And then after that, do you have any? I know this is a touchy subject. Do you have any opinions that you think are somewhat unpopular?
Well, anything regarding feelings, are things that aren't technically logical sometimes, but I believe them either because
I don't mean in a general sense. I just mean in a very specific
okay.
Not too specific. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go small scale here. When I was, and this is how old I was for sure, when I was 14, vampires aren't real. I knew that vampires aren't real. It's ridiculous that vampires are the strangest myth, but I could not sleep with my neck exposed. I distinctly remember being like, I cannot sleep with my neck exposed because just the idea of a vampire is enough to make me feel unsafe with my neck exposed.
Well, that's interesting.
And it's something emotional. It doesn't have to be fear-based. It could be every time I open up Minecraft, I pray to Max von Blankenberg 3 times just for good luck, and I always find diamonds, so I continue to do that just out of habit.
Hunter,
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not admitting to anything right now. This is not a cult. Let me put that on the screen right now. Warning, I'm not starting a cult. Come on, guys. Please, don't make Facebook groups for Max. Please don't make secret, deep web links to Max worshiping sites. Come on. Cut it out, you guys. Come on, please don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? And please don't go to his house. Please don't go to his house. Yeah, okay. That's just a quick message. That said, anything you do that's a little illogical, that's emotional. And do you think that's okay? Because I think even the president of the United States is allowed to have super illogical moments like that, because it's possible to have a logical mind and have illogical habits.
Anything that relieves stress. See, fidgeting, well, that's common. In high school, what I did a lot of the time is just take naps on the floor.
Yeah.
Because when you're stressed out.
Well, what's illogical about that? That seems like the most logical thing to do.
Yeah, good point. See, there's eating paper. That was a stress reliever.
That's not... I don't want to stop you because these are all interesting, but like...
Not related to the subject?
Now I just want to know, what are your weirdest habits?
Oh, well, I don't eat paper anymore. Let's see. I prefer... well, I prefer running over walking, especially going upstairs.
So do I. I thought I was like one of the only people. You know what's funny? When I was running across... Sorry. Whenever I go across the hall in my dorm, I run. Just because it's... Like, what am I gaining out of spending an extra, the extra 3 minutes it takes for me to get across the hall? I'd rather get across immediately. I'm not gaining anything.
I know. Just... It's
wasted time. And running... I'm not somebody who gets out of breath really quickly, so it's... there's no cost. There's no cost.
And it's fun.
And it's very fun.
And, yeah. Let's see. I have a habit of...
1 second. I'm gonna cut you off there because somebody just knocked off at my door. We're gonna take a quick break and just get to one of our sponsors.
Did you say knocked off at your door?
Somebody knocked on my door. Stop correcting my Inglés. We're gonna take a quick break and let's hear a word from our sponsors. Stick around. This summer, learn the truth about religion. Hello, I'm a professor in the religions, all of them, and I just want to say that I know the truth about all those dirty Christians and those dirty Jews. Learn all the reasons why religion is wrong in this 2-hour 3D documentary.
I'm Jordan Peterson, and I fully endorse the atheist movement. Did you actually know that most of the media produced in the United States is produced by Jews? Clearly, Christians and Jews are trying to take over our society. Wouldn't that be fun?
Is it any coincidence that the world's top leaders are all filthy theists? Hello, my fellow Americans. It's me, George W. Mr. Inside Job over there. A filthy Christian. What about that Pope Francis character and all the other Jews?
Now, if we look at this from a logical perspective, the lobster is an atheist.
Coming soon to theaters, Hunter's Let's Play Part 3. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Deep in the Mines. Before we get going again, I just want to say I am not affiliated with that advertisement. I don't. Yeah, I'm not that. I don't know how they got my likeness for that, or why they put my name at the end there. That's... Yeah, I don't know, Max, what are What are your opinions on that?
What? How'd they get my voice in there somehow? No.
I didn't hear your
No, that's
I didn't
Jordan
hear your
Peterson.
voice. I'm just surprised they got Jordan Peterson. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I had a Squarespace ad lined up. I had like a Squarespace and a Loot Crate ad. So,
Oh wow, Hunter, you're sponsored by Squarespace?
no, I'm trying to get them to sponsor me. I had those lined up. I don't know where the other advertisement came from. That's weird. So yeah, I'm not affiliated. I'm not affiliated with any of those opinions. So yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, it is really strange.
Yeah, huh? Just something to think about. I don't know. Anyway, before I stopped recording last time, we were actually at 50 minutes. So
We kind of have to stop now, don't we?
no, because we messed up quite a few times, and we had to start over.
Right.
Sorry if that's breaking the fourth wall there, folks. Sorry, I ain't God. I ain't perfect. See how I tied that back to religion there? That's why I'm just such a great host,
I'm trying to steal from Mike's.
Where are you?
I'm in the Nether trying to steal from Mike's grinder because he's kind of locked it off.
Do you know where he found his Nether fortress? Because I can't find it.
Oh. No, I don't.
Where are you? Oh, I found you.
Are you in the Nether?
Hey there, pal.
Oh, hey.
Hey, yeah?
Do you have access to this territory?
No.
Damn it. You know you're in deep shit when this happens.
Oh, come on. Now they're targeting me. What did I do?
Then perish.
Then perish. That's a sign to end this thing. All right. Anything you got going on? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to shout out, bro? This is the end of the.
Okay,
I'm putting on the
well,
end of the show song right now. Hunter, insert the end of the show song, and make sure it's
all
not
right,
copyrighted. Make sure it's a not copyrighted song.
Damn, I had a really good question for you. What were you up to when we went on that break? You said you had something busy to attend to, huh?
Yes, I'm very busy.
Someone was knocking up your door.
Hey, stop.
Freudian?
That was not a Freudian slip. That was not a Freudian slip. Someone was knocking at my door, and I answered. And it was just Mackenzie coming to wish me a good night, which was nice of her.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very nice.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it? You were gone for a while.
Okay, she was a little intoxicated, but nothing. Okay, yeah, let's wrap up this show. That's all we got for tonight, folks. Tune in next time. Who do we got coming on the podcast, Max? Or not the podcast. Who do we got coming on the show, Deep in the Mind? Who we got coming on? Tell us.
Matt McGinnis.
We got Matt McGinnis. Actually, probably. We got Matt McGinnis. We got Jordan Peterson. We got the Lobster. We got the Amazing Atheist. We got God himself. We got Jesus H. Christ. We got Jesus, the guy up above. Who do we got? We're still trying to get Danny DeVito on the line. I've called him. We had that set up. We recorded a full video, but there was some issues, some legal issues, maybe even some personal issues. I don't know. He's not calling me back now. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, everybody. I don't want to talk about what happened with me and Danny DeVito, so please stop bringing it up. Please stop DMing me, Danny DeVito. I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to interact with you. Thank you. God bless ya. Love ya. And good night, everybody. And beware of those Jews.
Beware of those Jews.
You heard it from Max, not me. He's a filthy anti-Semite.
Oh, shit.
He's a Nazi.
No, I didn't mean
He's a
it.
Nazi.
No.
Confirmed.
I'm sorry. I love Jews.